Happy Mia Monday, everyone. Welcome back. It's time for a Pounds for Purrs workout, and this was actually done yesterday. So I'm getting to the voiceover today, but the workout was actually done on Sunday, the 3rd. Now, the first thing you'll notice right off the bat is the warm-up. I did a little modification, little change, just tried something new, something that I had in my mind, and it was spur of the moment. That wasn't planned, but I was in a hurry and just wanted to make sure I was sufficiently warmed up, so I did a tall snatch extension plus hang snatch. Definitely new. I might switch it to a tall snatch instead of a hang snatch, but I liked it. I think it pretty much did its job, but I did that more or less at the last second. Just thought I'd put them together, and I kind of liked it. Not bad. So I did that with 45, 55, and 65 pounds. Then from there, I went to the full snatch, and as you can see with that first rep, my hips were still kind of tight. They were still kind of not quite warmed up, so that's why you saw that stoppage, just from the hips just not being ready yet. So thankfully they open up with each subsequent set, and by the time I got to working sets, they were just fine. But a few things with this workout, I was in a hurry. I was in a big hurry. I'll get into the details in a little bit, but more or less, I was on a bit of a time constraint. I got to the gym much later than I had anticipated or planned. So what I did was I went to the elliptical right away, half mile, 4 minutes, 44 seconds, and then I went directly to the platform and started with the primer. Now, snatch doubles. Not bad. I was actually kind of mostly expecting a rough workout, really from the way that the warm-ups went, just because I could tell my hips weren't quite ready, but by the time I started my working reps, actually they were quite fine. So here's another 10-pound increase, so we're up to 105 pounds or 47.6 kilos, and honestly, these are actually better than I was expecting to be, and the reason for that is because I had the plan of lifting in the morning, and then I had a martial arts student that I was teaching afterwards. So then that was the plan. That was what I wanted to do, and I've been teaching him outside. So I didn't want to try to lift after that, just from being outside for over an hour and then trying to lift. But it didn't turn out that way. I ended up doing a little bit of hand training in the morning because I woke up late and got a late start, and then I taught a great lesson. So it was another great session, and then I was really on the fence. I didn't know if I was going to lift after that, just for the sake of not having a great workout. So I kind of went into the gym half expecting not the greatest session, and interestingly enough, it was pretty decent. It really was. Energy was okay. Focus was not bad either, and given the circumstances, I'm pretty satisfied with these reps. Of course, they're going to get better as I adapt to the weight, but otherwise, all in all, not too shabby, and I'm looking forward to continually increase, but it was a very unexpected result for the workout because I really wasn't expecting much, and I'm just happy that the weights moved. If I'm being completely honest, I'm just happy that they moved it the way they did. So for clean and jerk, warmed up with 135 and 155, and then I did another 20-pound increase, so now we're up to 175 or 79 kilos, and a bit to my surprise, now I've certainly used more weight for the clean and jerk, upwards of like 225, but for the fact that I wasn't sure what was going to happen, this was a later workout, this was after teaching outside for like an hour and some odd minutes. Actually, these are not bad. There will be one rep that I had to redo, but I was actually okay with that. I wasn't too upset about it, but I just knew that once I did it, I had to redo it. But other than that, these are actually not bad. And for, I'd say, maybe the next round or two, I'll stick with 20-pound increases. After that, maybe I might have to back down a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see how the rest of the month goes. But otherwise, it was pretty good. So 175, 79 kilos. should be moving okay, but especially given the workouts and just kind of the circumstances that we're all dealing with, I'm actually okay with these. I really am. So they felt comfortable at the very least, and I'm happy about that. So so in terms of clean and jerk, good stuff. Although I'll be honest, I did have to redo this rep right here. Dude, not good. Not good. That was all caused by instability. As soon as I did the split, I knew I wasn't completely centered and solid, so you saw that back foot going forward, and I said, okay, I'm just going to redo it. I wasn't mad about it, wasn't angry about it. I just said, okay, just redo it. I'm fine. I'll just redo that rep and move on. And then here's the last single for clean and jerk. There we go. That's more like it. So as long as I redid the 7th rep, I was totally fine. Alright, so awesome thing about this workout is that I don't have to change any weights. I don't have to add anything, take anything off of the bar, because I'm using the exact same weight for the strength movers. So 175 for both the front squat and the military press. It was starting to get towards closing time. I mean, I still had a good hour or a little bit less than an hour left, so I wasn't cutting it close, but I was almost ready to leave after the Olympic lifts. Not because I was excessively tired or fatigued or anything. I certainly felt like I got a good workout, but just for time's sake, I don't want to be that person who stays until closing, like the actual minute when they close, and then try to leave after that. So I looked at the clock and I thought, yeah, I could probably get these done. I thought about supersetting. I didn't want to do that. Not that I don't like supersets, it's just that for this particular workout, I would rather do straight sets. But I did think about doing something to try to get it done faster, but I kind of just thought about it and pretty much just went right into front squats and stayed right on top of my pace. So 90 seconds between all working sets for every exercise, a couple minutes in between the movements, so a couple minutes, maybe 2.5 minutes between snatch and clean and jerk, another couple minutes between clean and jerk and front squat, and then 90 seconds between front squat and military press. So I really just wanted to make sure I got it all done, and thankfully I did, with a little bit of time to spare. So I was done by about, I think it was 5:45, I believe, somewhere around that, 5:40, 5:45, and they were closing at 6. So I really wanted to make sure I was out the door before 6, and I was. So that was a bit of a relief, just because I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough time for these, but thankfully I did. So I'm just happy to get it all done. At the end of the day, I just wanted to make sure I got the workout completed, and I did. So I didn't have to cut the rest times short. I was thinking I might have to, but I didn't. So kept it to 90 seconds, but I was pulling the bar up as soon as it hit 90 seconds. So there was no delay, went right into each set, and that's pretty much the workout. So I will be at these weights for the next 2 workouts, and hopefully I can stick to the schedule. The last couple weeks just been kind of sporadic, unexpected days off. Not the end of the world. So there was a lot of space between the last 4 workouts, and that's why I did the same weights for 4 sessions instead of 3, just for the frequency, just because there was just too much time off in between sessions and workouts that I wanted to make sure that I was accustomed to that weight before moving up, and I'm happy I did that, just to be on the safe side, just to not take any unnecessary chances. And now that I have moved up, I already feel comfortable with the weights, and it's just going to be now improving upon performance before I do another increase. So going forward, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to keep doing the same increments for each lift, but I very well might add rest time before I do a decrease in progressive overload. So I might start adding time to recovery periods but I'll decide that probably by the end of the week or just whenever I do the third workout and go from there. All right, everyone, adopt, don't chop.